Now, George, these two illegal boat arrivals in Western Australia are certainly a worry. Do you think, heaven forbid, we are at a risk of a repeat of the Rudd-Gillard-Rudd years when it comes to illegal immigration and boat arrivals? I mean,
I don't think that we're at risk of it, Daisy. I think it's already begun.
Oh.
I mean, these are the sort of incursions by people smugglers onto our shore that we only ever saw before the Abbott government came to power. They were coming over in droves because Labor was and still is obviously weak on border protection. I mean, half of them are so far left that they don't believe in the idea of temporary protection visas. They don't believe in the idea of offshore processing. They don't believe in detention for what is an illegal act, that is illegally arriving through unlawful channels into another country. And that's the problem. So, as a result, we had Mark Dreyfus overseeing basically the release of all of these people who were indeed criminals, who'd committed sexual offences as well. And this obviously, I mean, look, Blind Freddie can see, Daisy, there is a correlation. Suddenly they release all of these people who were illegal immigrants, including people who had criminal pasts and had committed criminal acts, and now the boats start again. The people smugglers start their operation again. We'll see more of this, I have no doubt.
Look, it really is concerning because you mentioned, and also I mentioned in my editorial, the High Court's decision that indefinite detention was unlawful, and the court released 149 dangerous non-citizens into the community. Now, look, it turns out that at least one of the reasons these two recent boats came was because the people smugglers told these economic migrants about that release of those detainees by the High Court and said, well, that means you can lead a free life in Australia, which, of course, as we know, is not the case. I mean, these people smugglers, they are just the most reprehensible just type of lying, awful criminals, aren't they? The way they prey on the vulnerable who are in a terrible situation.
Yeah, they prey on the vulnerable. They prey on people who are obviously desperate to get out of countries that have very poor sort of social standards, poor economic standards. But you know what? Harsh as it is, that's not our problem. That really is not our problem as Australia. There are many other well-off countries in the world, the bleeding hearts over in Europe. If they want to take a lot more economic migrants who they classify as refugees, you're welcome. But Australia, we had that campaign, which was no way are you going to be permanently settled here. No way are you going to make Australia your home if you enter our country unlawfully. The problem is it now is way. It is well way under Labor, and something needs to be done very quick, smart in order to arrest it, or we are going to see more and more boat arrivals, more and more illegal boat arrivals as time goes on.